If you're a B4X developer, you know that building polished, modern UIs can be a real grind. But what if I told you that you could create beautiful, functional windows with way less effort? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a component that lets you do just that, the B4X DaisyWindow. Let's get right into it. And right off the bat, this is what we're talking about. Look at that. A clean, modern, super customizable window that can be the foundation for just about anything. Dialogues, cards, you name it. The whole idea is to get you this polished result fast. So, what's the secret sauce here? How is it so flexible? Well, it all comes down to a really simple but powerful 3-layer structure. Once you get these layers, you've pretty much mastered the whole component. So, let's break them down. First up, you've got the outer shell. Just think of this as the foundation, right? It's the main panel that defines the window's entire shape. It handles the corner radius, the border, and, as we'll see in a second, that nice shadow effect. It's the canvas for everything else. Next, we have the header. Now, the key thing to know about the header is that it's totally optional. You don't have to use it, but you can pop it on there to get that classic desktop window vibe, complete with those 3 familiar little dots for actions like close, minimize, whatever you want. And finally, we get to the part where the real magic happens, the content panel. This is the dedicated container inside the shell where all your other stuff goes. Your labels, your buttons, your lists, you name it. It's basically a blank slate ready for whatever content your app needs. So there you have it. That's how it all stacks up. You've got the shell giving you the frame, the optional header for those cool little controls, and then the content panel nested right inside. It's a super simple system that makes for one incredibly powerful component. All right, now for my favorite part, the fun stuff, customization. Seriously, one of the best things about the B4X DaisyWindow is that you can tweak almost every visual detail right from the designer, often without writing a single line of code. Just look at this. All we did was change one single property, the shadow property, and the whole feel of the window changes. On the left with none, it's totally flat, right? It just blends in. But on the right with XL, it practically floats off the screen. It creates this amazing sense of depth. And that's just the shadow. As you can see here, this gives you direct control over everything from how round the corners are to the border size and color. This isn't about being stuck with some pre-made theme. It's about giving you the creative control to make it look exactly how you want it to. And I love this. The attention to detail is just fantastic. That customization goes all the way down to those little control dots. You're not stuck with some default. You can actually change their color, their size, and even the spacing between them with properties like control color, control size, and control gap. Okay, so we've made it look pretty, but a pretty UI is useless if it doesn't do anything, right? So let's shift gears and talk about making this thing truly functional by putting content inside and handling user clicks. The component's own documentation has a line that just perfectly sums it all up. It's a reusable surface for B4X layouts. The key word there is reusable. It's designed from the ground up to be a consistent building block you can use anywhere. And this brings us to a really important concept, composability. That just means the content panel is literally designed to hold anything else. So you can start with an empty window, then drop in other components, like a text label for a title, a badge for some info. It's honestly like building with UI Legos. So how do you make those little dots do something? It's actually super simple. It all centers around one event, control click. When a user taps one of those dots, this event fires. And what's really cool is it even tells you which dot was clicked, 1, 2, or 3. So your code knows exactly what to do. So let's just walk through that flow. It's this clean 3-step process. The user taps a dot, the component fires that control click event, and then your custom B4X code runs in response. Boom! Simple, clean, and straightforward. Okay, so let's pull back for a second. Why should you, as a B4X developer, actually care about this component? What are the real takeaways here? Well, it really boils down to this. First, reusability. You get a consistent look across your whole app. Second, deep customization. You get to fine-tune every little detail. Third, effortless composability. It just works with all your other UI components. And hey, here's a bonus we didn't even touch on much, auto height. It can automatically resize itself to perfectly fit whatever you put inside it. How cool is that? When you think about it, dialogues, pop-ups, complex settings panels, info cards, This component is a powerful starting point for so many different UI patterns. It gives you this beautiful, robust foundation to build on. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build with it?